are now tuned in to Dos Lokos Podcast.
All right, we got another one. We back.
Yo, we back. Dos Lokos Podcast. We got another good one tonight, man. You guys are going to learn a lot of things tonight.
This one's going to be very, very special. Dos Lokos Podcast. Episode 16. Pastor Ralphy in the building.
God bless. We out here.
That's what's up, man. Let them know where you from and who you be.
I'm Pastor Ralphy, and my church is located in JOHNSTON, Rhode Island. Our church name is Faith Moving Mountains Church, and we welcome you all.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you on our platform. We can't wait to get into this interview. You already know. It's Gordito Snow Cones, episode 16.
Dos Lokos.
Dos Lokos Podcast. You already know. Let's get it.
Here we go.
Shit.
Flip.
Pastor Ralphie in the building. Okay. Exclusive.
Here we go.
Yeah. Dos Lokos exclusive.
Okay.
Love it.
Oh, no.
Conmigo, me humillo y te llamo. Te busco y no te hallo.
Sí.
Estás alejado, quizás en algo te he fallado. Me siento malo, lejos de ti yo no me hallo. Apúrate, ayúdame. Sin ti no puedo crecer y ni mucho menos vencer.
Hey.
Yo no voy a poder si no te tengo en mi ser. Estimulándome y motivándome. Te estoy llamando y no contesta mi llamada. Te estoy buscando y no me encuentro con tu cara. ¿Qué es lo que pasa?
Let's get it, let's get it.
Mi casa me hace falta, fuera de ti para mí no hay nada y la vida me acaba y tú de mí te falta y por mi mente pasan cosas muy extrañas. Es que yo no puedo seguir así. Ay de mí. ¿A dónde estoy yo sin ti? Amor.
Yo, man, you just heard
Yo, that sounds beautiful, bro.
an exclusive track from Pastor Ralphie himself, the man that is right in front of us right now, man. This is going to be a very, very special episode. We excited that you are on our platform, man. Dos Lokos Podcast, episode 16. Pastor Ralphie, any words?
Yes, thank you so much to the Dos Lokos for giving me the
Dos
opportunity
Lokos.
to come out here today. Is a true privilege and an honor. I've been a great friend of Flip for, I think, more than 20 years
More than
now.
20 years, bro.
We went to high school
25
together,
25 years.
and we some grown men now.
I met you
Wow,
when
that's
I met you when I was 14, 15.
Yeah.
So that's my son's 22. I had him when I was 17, so I calculated.
So
that's
y'all
about
literally go
25
way
years,
back.
bro.
Y'all literally go
Bro.
way back.
We
Yeah.
go way
Way
back,
back.
bro. Break dancing,
Graffiti, rapping, everything.
Providence,
Man, that's crazy. So you already know, man.
the tunnel over there next to the Cadillac.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever used the spray paint can.
So it's gonna be a lot of great stories on this one. We're very excited to have you on our platform
Thank
once
you.
again. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you,
And
John.
let's get into this intro, Flip. Right?
Let's do it.
Get up
Let's
into
do
this
it.
intro. Dos Lokos Podcast, episode 16. Pastor Ralphie in the building.
Thank you for visiting the Dos Lokos Pasta.
Make sure y'all come check them out at Faith Moving Mountains Church. But we're gonna give you all that info in
Johnston,
just a
Rhode
bit.
Island.
You already know. Let's get into this intro. Dos Lokos Podcast exclusive. Let's go.
It's Dos Lokos Podcast with DJ Flip and Gordito Snow Cones.
You already know what it is.
All right, man. So just getting into it, basically, we would like to know where you from. We know your name, Pastor Ralphie, obviously. But for those out there who don't know you, he got experience. He knows you since back in the day. I know you through the church and stuff like that. But what's your name and where you from?
Yeah, my name is Rafael Martinez, and I live in JOHNSTON now, but I came from Providence. I was actually born in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, my parents.
There you go.
My
Shout out to
parents
my
are
Boricuas.
Dominican. Both my parents
Yes,
are Dominican.
Yes.
They were very intelligent. They went to Puerto Rico.
You kind of threw me off right there
Yeah,
for a little
I did.
bit. I was
I
like,
did.
hold on, you was born in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, my parents
That's
are Dominican. But you know, my mom was pregnant with me, and she went to Puerto Rico from DR, and I was born over there, and
Wow.
you know, had my papers, and I was
What
ready
what
to
part
go.
of Puerto Rico? What part of Puerto Rico was you
San
born?
Juan.
Get out of here. My mother was
Yeah.
born in Rio Piedras.
Like
Oh,
That's
what's up.
awesome. Shout out to you being born in the motherland.
Yo, big shout
You know
out to
what I'm
Mama
saying?
Mama Mac too. Mama
You
Mac.
already know. Shout out to Mama
Yo.
Mac.
Gordito Mama.
Much love
She's
to
not
all my
Gordita.
Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. Much
Yeah.
love to all my
For
Dominican people. You
Everybody.
know, representing.
Yo,
everybody
Ralphy,
out
I
there.
gotta.
Todos los latinos. Todos los latinos que están ahí.
Amen.
I'm very
everybody.
curious, right? One of my first questions that I want to ask, right? You grew up in the hood. You
Yeah.
grew up in Providence. We grew up at a time.
What
Where-
part of Providence?
What's that? You was in the lake for a while.
Yeah, so first I started off like around Broad Street. You guys are familiar with
Oh,
Public
he's
Street.
from the south
Public
side,
Street.
son.
South
Public
Side.
Street.
Yeah, I've been repping South Side.
I got
for-
both
for-
sides tatted, so I got
Yeah.
both sides tatted.
So I did some years in the South Side of Providence.
That's dope, that's dope.
I was in Public Street, and then we ended up moving to Ocean Street,
Yep.
and
Nice.
I stayed there for, I would say, maybe like 10 years approximately, and then
Wow.
I moved to Silver Lake area.
So Silver Lake area. So we all natives from over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's crazy.
My
man.
my lead
was
up,
it?
my lead up
Good question.
question to that was, how does someone just even come up with or even get into it and say, obviously you have to be inspired, you have to like hit, they say you see a sign or you get a sign or you get a calling.
Oh, good. You just took my next
So-
question, Flip. That's
so
awesome.
What
Good question.
I'm very curious. I would love to start the show off with that.
What made him want to
What?
become?
Yeah, bro. What? Because
I'm loving that question.
we grew up with a lot of people that got lost.
Yeah.
So we're fortunate.
Some of our own friends.
Yes. So someone like me is fortunate to be able to have still, people like you around that are inspiration, bro. And
Yeah.
I did the complete. It was very easy to fall into that.
It was.
Into the street life and
Very
to the
easy,
negative side of
muchacho.
things.
Oh my
right?
God, it was easy, man.
What
It
made
was.
you want to like take that turn
That different path,
to
right?
the right
Mhm.
way? You know what I'm saying?
You know what ended up happening? When I was in high school, I ended up taking the wrong path, the path of destruction,
Got you.
and I was lost in drugs. And
Wow.
what ended up
That's real.
happening to me was that I hit rock bottom, and I was so lost in drugs, and
And you was on your own
I
type
was on
thing,
my
right?
own. I left
Solo.
my mother's house at the age
He left
of
mommy's
15.
house and
Yeah.
papi's house. Rest his soul, bro.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rest in peace to his
Beautiful
father,
man.
man. Just
Beautiful
passed
man.
away not
Beautiful.
too
Thank
long
you,
ago,
thank
right?
you. Yeah.
Beautiful man. Amazing
Great-
man,
great
bro.
soul. Great
Amazing
soul.
man.
I only met him
oh
a
my
few
God.
times briefly, but he was really, really good people. You know what I
Amazing,
mean?
man.
Yeah,
Good people.
he was all love.
Yeah,
All
it's
love.
crazy.
Papa Cololo was
Life is
loving
short.
on everybody.
You got to appreciate your loved ones while they're here. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
and
right.
you gotta make sure that you
And
you
men
appreciate
men
them.
like that. That was a man.
Yeah,
Like that was a man. Like when you
a
see
man's man. Yeah,
you see a man, you be like, I like that man.
Yeah.
Like
Now was what
men respected
was
that
your
man.
parents religious? Like did they go? Did you grow up in the church?
that's a good question. So at the beginning, when I was growing up, my parents weren't religious. They weren't
At
into
all.
church at all.
Got you.
Mm.
And like around the age of 15, my mother got saved. And so
Really?
yeah, Jesus,
Wow.
came to my mother's life and changed her.
Were they
and
Catholic
transformed
in the
her.
beginning?
She was Catholic.
Ah,
And
lit.
like
Shout out
most
to my
Latinos,
Catholics in the
we start
building.
Catholic.
Mi católicos.
So
That's
she
dope.
was, but she had an encounter with Jesus,
Mhm.
and then she ended up in church
That's dope.
at around the age of 15. When I was 15 years old,
Gotcha.
and then she was trying to bring me into church.
Mhm.
But by that time, I had already tasted some of the world. 'Cause,
Mm.
Yeah.
we end up starting early.
So you were
Right.
15 when
I was 15 when she converted.
When she met.
So
Yeah,
you
when
was
she met Jesus.
you was already into the street life. You
No,
was
yeah.
doing your
Yeah,
thing.
I was
You
already
like, I ain't trying to
exposed.
hear
You
none of
already
that.
know.
Muchacho.
couldn't
It's
tell
crazy
nothing.
these days.
When
Like
you're a kid, it's
the
like
kids
that.
get exposed to crazy things at the age of like 12,
A little
13,
younger,
you
yeah.
Bro,
know?
they're starting
Yeah.
at 8 and 9.
Exactly.
Yeah, because of
exactly.
social media and all this crazy.
In our time back then, it
Mhm.
was like 12, 13.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
started to get
Yep.
Took a
exposed to
little
some
longer.
crazy stuff. But now it's like kids are like 8
It's out of
years
control.
old. It's out of control.
Yeah.
It's all messed up. This world is upside down.
You know, that's the power of the internet.
People like you, y'all job is hard. Like I know y'all do extra prayer.
Yeah,
y'all job is
hard. It is hard. It is hard.
So continue, Ralphie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, take us on that journey.
So I ended up hitting rock bottom, and I just remember one day I called out to Jesus Christ, and I was like, Lord, if you're real, you know, I don't want to continue living this way. If you're real, I need you to help me.
You needed a change.
Yeah, help me change. Extend your hand and lift me up out of this situation. And, you know, I don't want to continue using drugs. And then one day it just happened.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Like,
do you remember exactly, like, not obviously you don't know the date, the time, all that, but like, do you remember where you was at? Like, where you?
I was in Roger. I remember that first day that I called out to him. I was in the room. It was nighttime, and I was just fed up with the nonsense. Have you ever felt like you just fed up with the nonsense?
like the world is against you?
Yeah,
like the world is against you?
Was against me, and I was done.
I've had plenty of those moments.
I dropped to my knees in my room.
And
Nobody
prayed?
was there, and I prayed, and I was
Were you high?
On that day I was not high.
Like
he
something
was clear-minded.
Surprisingly,
something was messing with you. No, but that's when you're done. That's when you're like, something's happening.
Yeah, that's right.
Something's happening inside of me.
That's right.
So you felt like you was doing wrong. You knew you was doing wrong in your heart, and you needed a change.
I was off, bro.
Right.
My mind was just up in smoke. Like
my
mind was like I was lost. I was literally up in smoke, and it was just a bunch of dreams and no accomplishments.
Right. You felt like you was in a dead end street. You was going nowhere.
That Cali stuff was popping. Haze came out. That purple haze came out.
I was in New York.
We were breakdancing. We were breakdancing.
So y'all used to breakdance?
We were so hip hop, bro. Like
hip hop, bro.
Like,
urban,
so wait, let me ask you a
urban.
question before we get into the you know when you got that call and all that. So you was breakdancing. What else did you do? You did all the elements.
We were doing graffiti.
I was already DJing.
We were rapping.
What was your tag name?
Rels.
Yeah,
Rels.
Shout out to Rels in the building.
My boy used to say REL, don't sleep.
Yeah, bro.
So wait, you had ups? You was
My
nice
boy
like that?
was nasty.
Where you tagged that? Where you used to tag?
Well,
all over?
Flip, let him know, Flip.
Where you was at? You was because you know in New York they say all city. Because I'm from Queens, you know what I mean? And when you tag all city, that's the Bronx, that's Brooklyn, that's all borough. Like where'd you tag? You tag all over Providence?
We would just go around.
I was nice with it?
We would just go around. I wasn't good with the art stuff.
I was
always into the music.
I was nice with the crowd.
But the guys, you know, I grew up around real hip hop, bro. Like it was, we were here, but if you picked up a New York person and spun them around and dropped them off from Providence at that time, you'd be like, yo, I'm in New York.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
These are New York hip hop.
So y'all were like following the same steps, kind of like y'all was living it.
Yeah,
and mind you,
y'all was living it.
I was going to Brooklyn my whole life.
Exactly.
So at least weekly.
That's why you like Brooklyn so much. Right?
Well, I claim Brooklyn.
I gotta bring you to Queens because
I've been to Queens.
You know what's crazy?
I
came from the Bronx when I was 10 years old.
Get out, for real. So you lived in the Bronx too?
I lived in the Bronx.
What part? You know why I like Queens?
Honeywell.
Honeywell.
Yep,
Honeywell Ave.
Yeah, I went to Lehman High School, so I got a little bit of the Bronx too.
Honeywell está malísimo.
Honeywell's not honey.
I was just out there. Yeah.
Honey's bitter, bro.
Yeah. I was just out there.
Bitter.
Yeah, bro.
So what's it called? So you did grab, you did breakdancing, and you also used to MC, right? You used to rap.
MC. Yeah, we used to rap.
Did you DJ too?
You know what's crazy? I did do some DJ, but when I was in church, I ended up doing some like Christian.
Really?
Yeah,
and you play instruments.
I
you
really
play
did.
instruments too, right?
Yep. I play the bass guitar.
Nice.
And I play the regular guitar.
Gotcha.
And I also sing too.
Yeah, he got vocals, bro.
No.
Now he be singing in the church, bro. Yo, real.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
I be seeing him doing his thing.
I didn't want to.
Go ahead, my bad. So let's bring it back.
I didn't want to drop this one yet. Get the bomb ready. Get the flex bomb ready. Get the flex bomb ready.
Let's do it. Go ahead. What was it?
I'm gonna drop something right now that I didn't pre-plan.
Let me hear it. So wait, is it Dos Lokos exclusive?
This is a Dos Lokos exclusive contact in front of Pastor Ralphy.
Damn, the Dos
that
Lokos
I didn't
exclusive.
plan. You ready?
Let me hear it.
I'm gonna say it and then you drop the bomb. Ready?
Yo, Flip, we got a Dos Lokos exclusive. Ha!
Let me hear it.
I was in a merengue band with Ralphy's brother. And Ralphy's brother, Elvis,
Get out of
was
here.
the main singer. I played the trumpet. I was 15 years old. Drop the bomb.
You dropped the mic
Yo,
too.
that's crazy, son.
They called me one night. They said, there's this band that's looking for a trumpet player.
What was the name of the band?
Oh, man, I forget.
Damn.
It was old school. It's Los Hermanos del Caribe.
Ah,
Yes.
you
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
Yo,
Shout out to
no.
Los Caribe.
But they weren't no slackers, though.
They were nice with
No,
it?
no.
Nice,
This wasn't no.
straight up merengue,
it was,
bro.
and they were paying. It wasn't.
they paid
No,
you?
no. It wasn't no.
Oh, so you was getting-
come do this for
Getting that
fun.
money, son.
We were doing shows, bro,
Yeah.
Where at? All over Providence?
all over Rhode Island.
That's
Some in
right.
Mass.
So that was your brother, though?
Yeah.
That wasn't
My
you.
Blood.
brother Edwin. Yeah.
He's
yeah.
older.
Edwin,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Edwin. Hey, that's my brother too.
Yeah, for sure, man. We related.
Yo, bro.
So hold on. You met his brother before him?
No.
Nah.
I knew Ralphie already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I knew
From high
Ralphie.
school.
When they called me,
Gotcha.
when they called me
What
for
high
that,
school y'all went to?
Feinstein.
Where's that?
And, the school that's in front of Walgreens on Elmwood.
The special.
Yeah.
Some special ed type shit.
Nah,
Nah, it wasn't.
nah.
Well,
That
I
was
never
up the
heard of
street.
that
It was ALP. Remember ALP?
Yeah, the special ed was up the street.
Nah, shout out to all my people in special ed. Yo, Nori just got an award, bro. Best podcast. He was special ed. You know what I'm
No.
that's what's up.
saying? Hey, let's give it up. For
He's
Props
one
to
of-
all the
champs.
special ed people.
Words, props to
He's
them.
one of the
You never
most
know.
successful special
Yo,
ed.
he is. He ain't from Queens too, so you know. But anyway, getting back to that. So all right. So now you did all the elements. Now, what was your favorite? Rapping? That was your thing?
Yeah, rap.
You were good
So
at
you
it. You're
was
good
nice?
at it.
Yeah, I
You're
loved.
good. You're still good at it.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yo, bro, that song that we played, guys, that song that we played
Show
in the
albums,
beginning,
Show the albums real quick.
that song that we played at the beginning of the show was him and
it's
his
on this
wife
one, right?
Yeah,
rapping
it's on that one, yeah.
a reggaeton song, a gospel.
So he could rap in
reggaeton
English
song.
and Spanish.
And you know
Yeah.
what's crazy?
kill
That
it.
was in 2009, bro. And we're listening to that today.
It still
And
sounds
it
relevant.
Still sounds relevant.
And where can they find these projects at? Can they buy those CDs?
Yeah, they can actually buy the XP and Rosie. They can get it on iTunes.
Right, I'm
Just-
gonna promote it. I'm gonna
Yep,
throw it up
yep,
there.
sounds
So
good.
they could buy
We'll
it
put
on
the link.
iTunes.
We'll put the link. Can we
Yeah.
put the link?
I'll
with
put the link, all that. Yo, shout outs to you doing
Yeah.
multiple things. Now,
Praise God.
so let's get back. So now we going back to the calling now. So when you got the calling,
Yeah, so
What
when I got the
happened?
calling,
that rock bottom?
yeah, my
was
boy.
rock bottom.
I hit rock
was
bottom.
you homeless at the time?
I
Because
wasn't
I've been
homeless.
homeless before. know
No,
what
I
it's
was
like.
staying at a friend's house. I
All
wasn't
right.
homeless
You was place
because
to place though.
yeah, I was.
You wasn't homeless because you had somewhere to stay.
I had my mom's house, my parents' house.
You could always go
I
back.
could always go to
Always
my
go
parents, so I
back.
wasn't homeless in that
And at the
sense,
same time,
Got you.
Everybody loved you.
Yeah.
You had love from
Yep.
everybody.
So it wasn't
Tú
like
nunca
you were
fui-
like the back kid.
Never.
None of
Nah,
that, right?
nah.
Like,
It wasn't
grimy.
Like
none of
that.
that.
None of
Maleante
that.
stealing
No.
from people.
I was a
No.
chill cat.
All right.
Chill.
I've
You just,
always
you know,
been.
you had your
I've
trials
always
and
been
tribulations.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep.
Fresh to death.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
boy was fresh.
Let's talk
bro.
about that. What do you mean by that?
I
What do you
mean
mean
the
he was fresh?
Eastlands, the Nautica, the
That's
Tommy,
Eddie Bauer?
the Polo.
Rocking the Eddie Bowers.
He was
Yeah,
one of
you
the
never
first.
know.
He was one of the first people I seen
Polo?
with the gray polo hat with the blue
Oh, I knew he
with
was
the
gonna go to
blue
the
cross
polo.
on the thing. And then listen, time out.
Chicka.
Let's take a briefer. Go ahead, let me hear it.
You ready? I'm gonna hit him over.
Bring us back, bring us
he's
back.
about to
Yo,
get
he's
emotional.
going way back. I'm about to
Yo,
cry
Flip,
right
we got
now.
a Dos Locos exclusive. Ha!
The double collar polo
Oh, what about the Lacoste? You used to
with
mess
the with the yellow jacket.
Yes, yes.
Shout out. This might be the flyest pastor that I ever
Props
met.
to Luis Rivera. He put us on too with
Yo.
the Chaps crew.
Officer.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
had,
commercial
we had a-
house, artistic,
Yo, remember
perfecting
we
styles.
used to stand on the stairs like this at the thing. Yo, bro, listen, man.
So that's where you got like your influence from a little bit?
Yeah,
somewhat?
for
That's
sure,
dope,
for
that's
sure,
dope.
man.
Shout out
I was
to him.
like
What
the
was
young-
his name
we,
again?
we were all influenced on each other,
Each other.
you know?
Yeah, y'all was
and
all
it was all
clique.
love. We was a
Yeah.
unit. It was all love, you know?
All love.
What was his name again?
Luis Rivera.
Shout out to
Espérate,
Luis Rivera.
espérate. Officer Luis Daniel
Oh, he's
Rivera.
an
Yes,
officer.
thank
Oh,
you.
so-
Thank
Oh, no, no.
you.
Officer Luis Daniel Rivera. Espérate.
Yeah, that's real.
My bro
I
is
was
a
cop.
yo,
That's-
yeah.
that's
No,
what-
no. A detective.
Oh,
you know,
detective. Put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
Providence. And, yo, bro, we came a long way, man.
That's
And
good.
these guys
So-
continue to inspire me.
So now when you got
Amen.
that calling,
I went to church.
right away? Like the next day?
Right away. I got to give glory to God because he ended up sending my brother. Edwin, to come pick me up. And he was like, it was like almost something supernatural. You know, I called out to God, and then the next day, my brother comes and picks me up, and he's like, "Yo, you want to go to church? You want to go to?"
Oh, so you didn't even
out of nowhere?
You didn't call him.
I called him to pick me up because I needed a ride.
Gotcha.
But it was instant and it was automatic. Like he started talking to me. He was like, "Yo, we have a couple of events. You know, we're playing merengue." He's like, "I want you to be in the band. If you're ready, then let's go. You go play one of the instruments." I didn't know how to play the bass, but he put a bass in my hand.
I remember you played the bass.
Yeah. He put a bass in my hand, and the band was practicing. Everybody
flowed?
was sounding good, and I was sounding horrible. But he was like, "You're doing a good job," you know.
That's dope.
I remember you playing the bass.
So they
Isn't that crazy?
They welcomed you with open arms.
They welcomed me with open arms. They gave me the opportunity, and that's why I'm the way that I am in church.
With your church.
With my church. You see how, like, you know, when somebody comes in, like, we embrace them and we love on them and we give them opportunity.
No judgment.
No
Let's
judgment.
throw that out there.
No judgment.
Everybody could go as they are. I'll be going hood out. So I'll be going.
What you mean hood out, bro?
Not crazy hood, but you know what I mean? I go swagged out, baby. You know I got swag. But sometimes I gotta dress up a little bit. I'm gonna start dressing up. You know my wifey be going all dressed. You know, I gotta keep up.
You know, I grew
but
up
I'm
with
trying,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I know that girl since I was a little, like 5 years
old. So, you know, I'm trying to, you know, switch it up a little bit. But it's new to me. You know what I'm saying? Everything's new to me. But so now, what was the name of that church?
And the mother church is First Church of God. It's the big church that's on Elmwood Avenue. It's 786 Elmwood Avenue in Providence, Rhode Island.
All right.
That's our mother church, and we're always representing that church.
Shout outs to them.
That church, you know, set the foundation for us.
Yeah. It gave you the way.
Yeah. It gave me the way. And so I went into church, and little by little, the Lord took away all of, like, my old friends and stuff. That was still like, you
in
know,
the game,
they were still lost. Thank you, Flip. They were still lost. You know, and
no offense, that's not an offense. Nah. You know,
sometimes you gotta. It's called outgrowing people. Sometimes so, not outgrowing, but like sometimes you choose the right. You choose this road, they choose that road. There's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Just how it is. You know what I'm saying?
And today it's all love. Like I come into contact and I encounter my old friends, and it's like we never separated.
Like because
it wasn't like something bad happened.
The love is always there.
It wasn't like something bad happened.
When I see you, I get excited. Bro.
Yeah, me too. You know? Like,
and I'm unpausable.
I can tell you
I'll cry right now.
Yeah,
like
I've seen the thing,
pull out a napkin and start crying and stuff.
the things I've said on this show.
La novela
I'm
de Dos
unpausable.
Locos.
Yeah, you know, but,
Podcast 16.
I get excited when I see things like that, and you know, I want to go into a question like,
I know you must be proud of Pastor Ralphy too, right?
Of course, my bro.
Very proud.
He was always example, even when we were being the way we were. We were kids though.
We were learning his way.
We were learning.
It was not.
We were
like
trying to find our way.
Let me. My bad, cut you off. That's tough when all your people's doing, and then you're like, you know, I'm trying to go to church. I'm trying to do the right thing because I've been there. You know what I mean?
That's
especially
tough,
with my people growing up, because you know I come from dealing and all that shit too. When I was trying to stop dealing, all people's like, "Yo, you said you gonna work? You're gonna get a job?
Roasting you?
You're gonna work 20 hours when you could just flip this bag right here and make that right now? Like it's like, yo, you a clown." Your own friends telling you that, but like, you know what I mean? You just gotta eat that. And
I
realized
like, you know I had to separate.
I want to just I want to be free. I don't want to be dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And the saying,
jail is for the birds. That ain't for me.
And a saying I always say, if it don't hurt, you didn't do nothing.
Exactly.
It's like going to the gym. If you went to the gym and you spent an hour there, and you could wipe your butt normal, and you could reach back like this, and you don't got no aches, you really didn't do nothing.
Exactly. Now what was like? Well, that was my next question.
It has to be some sacrifice.
Did people doubt you when you was on your way? Like when you was trying to change? They're like, yeah, he'll be back. You know how people be talking?
My friends loved me.
They didn't doubt you? They supported?
Like my friends supported me.
That's dope.
And the only thing was they would invite me like, yo, let's go chill. And I was like, yeah, of course.
But I'm not going to do
what you guys are doing. But I want to chill with my boys. And then like we would be driving around and they'll roll a blunt and start smoking, windows up.
And you're like,
and I'm out here catching contact. And I'm like, yo, I got to go to church later.
I'm still late.
I was coming out of that car lit.
So at one point you got to cut that out.
I had to cut it out.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what ended up, just helping me kind of like find my way. I had to make a change, and I had to make a firm decision. And then I went hard in church, and then I ended up a door opened up in the juvenile prison, and
really?
so I started serving as a chaplain in the juvenile
like a
prison
motivational
over there in
speaker?
Cranston.
My dad did that for a long time.
A motivational speaker, right?
And you guys can have access to go in. You get a badge, everything.
Now, what year was this, if you don't mind me asking?
So,
and by then, how long were you in the church by then? How long were you
all
already?
right, so it was like, I would say I was maybe like 20 years old, and I did it for 12 years.
Wow, you was young.
I was a chaplain, because the moment I went to church, bro, I wasn't playing games. I was like, this is it. This is
you
what
took it serious.
You
I took it
saw,
serious.
you felt and saw the change.
Yeah.
You felt comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I did.
When you went to that, the juvenile thing, now you go to that.
In Cranston.
You went to that. And what did you feel?
I was impacting lives. I was
felt
impacting.
good, right?
Yeah, I felt good because I was making a difference. You see, Flip, like you said that you do like this camp with the youth and you teach them how to DJ. Yeah. That's amazing. You're changing lives by doing that.
Yeah. And a lot of people say, like, a lot of those places, because even this year I had to take a training.
Yeah,
to go back to the Met because some of the kids made reports about me because I would say things like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't disrespect me. Like, I'm not a teacher.
Damn, yeah.
I would tell the kids, I'm not a teacher. I'm a DJ, bro. Like, there's no need for you to disrespect me or try to like.
He wasn't having it.
And
respect
then,
your elders type of vibe.
And one day,
you
like,
thought it was the 90s, huh?
Like,
you
no,
can't do that no more.
One of the worst kids in the class went out and snitched on me.
Damn.
But then, I'm glad that the professionals, the professionals were like, well, he is a DJ.
Yeah.
He DJs at clubs and gets drunk. So
he had your back. He had your back.
Yeah, and then and just the training. And then, with the training and all that, it's just like they need, like I was telling you, like they need somebody that took the medicine.
Yeah.
To be able to give the medicine.
Yep. So someone that they can relate to.
Yeah, there's no book on the relationships I'm creating with these kids.
Exactly.
Because when I walk in, they'll be like, yo, I got those sneakers. Yo, I got those same jeans, or yo, that's crazy. Like, I just got that shirt.
You influencing them.
We talking. I'm telling them, like, I've worked with Juice World. I've met Cardi. I've met Joey Bad. I've met all these guys. I've been in the studio with them, chilling like regular humans. Wow. And they be like, wow, like, yo, and then you're here with us. So that's what, and the story that you told us earlier, man, I would love for you to tell that story again, but it just goes to show where you come from and what you've been through.
And that brings us back.
Was for a reason.
Exactly. And that's what's going to bring us back now. When you was talking to those juveniles, they could relate to you.
They could relate.
They could.
Again.
They could.
You're not,
like, yo, he talks just like us.
You're not Mr. Do-Right.
Exactly. So they would come in to the hall, right, where we were going to have our session or our service, right? And they would come in, like, they're locked up. These are kids that are in juvenile prison for acting up and wilding out.
Things,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they would come in hardcore, like, what is he gonna tell? What you gonna tell me? But then when they see who it is, and when they hear the message, and they see that this dude is a humble dude that's relatable, you know what I'm saying? That's from the hood too. I came from the hood, bro, and Flip, don't think that you did bad with letting that youth that you were teaching, being firm with them. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I was in the prison, right? Yeah. As a chaplain of like the juveniles, but I was firm there. I wasn't playing games because if listen, these ain't regular kids. If you are soft and if you are playing games, they'll trample all over you. So I was even there. I learned to be firm with them, but in a loving way. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I put a lot of those young people on, and it's amazing because sometimes, like, I'll be at the mall or something like that, and all of a sudden, one of the young men that I ministered to and touched, right, through my message, they'll be like, "Yo, Pastor Ralphy, how you doing?" And I'm looking at him like, "Okay, I don't remember you." right?
But
My wife
he
is
knows
looking
me.
at me like, who's that?
You remember
And
him?
in my head, I'm like, he must be from Juvie,
Yeah.
you know?
Has to be.
And immediately, you know, it's all love.
Now, how did that make you feel?
That made
when you
me
seen
seeing
homeboy
those
at the
kids,
mall.
man.
Bro, that was like
your
the
wife was
most
there.
amazing feeling. I felt like an accomplished man.
Mm.
Like it's more than being rich. It's more than having a lot of money or having a lot of material things.
It's priceless.
It's priceless. When you see a young man that you ministered to, you impacted his life, and he comes up to you in front of other people, and he's like, I remember the message that you
Come on,
shared.
bro.
And he's like, I'm in church now.
Get out.
And
for
I'm
real.
a part of the
That's crazy.
choir.
You need someone that had the medicine administer the medicine.
Yeah, that's right.
That's bro. That's automatic. Like even in you know, that's why unfortunately they took I feel like they took God out of schools. How do you feel about that?
They did take
How,
that
how
out
do
of
you
mention
feel?
him, right?
How do you feel? Because we used to even do the
Well, I remember
the
I had a
Pledge
lot of friends that went.
Allegiance,
Yeah.
things
Yeah,
like
they don't
that.
even do that no more.
I don't know if they do that.
They
I
don't
don't
do
think
that.
they
They
do
don't-
that
they don't do
anymore.
I bet you it's
know?
because it has God.
Well,
in it.
now
God in it.
let's not get too
'Cause-
crazy
'cause-
because you know this is gonna stir up some emotion. But now you see they even got transgender bathrooms and all that. I'm like in elementary. Well, my daughter's school.
In elementary school?
She goes to elementary
Oh,
school.
I didn't know that.
They have a transgender bathroom. I'm like,
Wow.
but these little kids know about that?
Yeah, like Stefani's what, 9?
8 years old.
Stefani's 9.
And they be having
They
like
should not even be hearing
they
about
be
them.
having like
No,
LGBT day.
Listen, all due
And-
respect to all my.
You know,
y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I work
to each
for.
his own. Exactly.
I've been DJing.
I got nothing but love and respect.
Listen, bro,
for my but I
I
feel like
have-
it shouldn't be pushed
No.
on the youngins.
and
My
my
young.
and
If
my
that's your
gay
thing, that's fine. But once
my-
you're an adult and you know
my
what you
gay
wanna do, that's
transgender
Yeah.
friends.
nothing.
My gay transgender whatever friends is like a drug dealer. No drug dealer goes to a kid and says, "Yo, you need to be a drug dealer. Yo,
Yeah.
this is the
That's
life."
true.
Drug
I feel
dealer.
like now it's
drug-
kind of it's like a cool thing to be that
Yeah.
be, and it's like
I feel
it shouldn't be that.
I feel like they try to force it on
Forcing
the
an
children.
agenda.
It's
Yeah.
they're forcing this agenda of theirs, you
Mhm.
know, and it's not right. It's not
Yeah.
right. But
Such a young early
prayer,
age.
they took prayer out of schools,
They took
and
prayer
that's
out.
a
No
problem.
prayer. Yeah.
That's a serious problem. The moment that they took God out of the school,
I'd rather them influence
prayer out of the
kids
school,
with that.
that's when you started seeing all the problem, all hell break loose
Bro,
in the schools.
last week.
And even now, you know, like the with social media,
Yes.
you know, it's like these kids. I was just having this conversation the other day actually with somebody. They said they have a sleepover. Their kids have sleepovers, and that the kids don't even interact. They're just on the phone, all of
They're
them.
just on the phone.
So they don't even like, you know, back in the day we were playing.
No, in my house, we
Yeah.
take phones out.
They don't do that.
In my house, we're like I just told you guys, I spent six since Thursday with my 6 nieces and nephews.
And y'all was having a blast.
We will,
Old school style.
bro.
Like what happened to playing board games
Bro.
and playing in the street? I don't
Y
even
pa'
see kids in the
fuera,
street no
pa'
more.
lo monte. Let's
Yeah.
figure
You know what
something
I mean?
out.
Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't exist anymore.
Now
Rarely-
getting
rarely
back,
do you see that.
Getting back to you, because that's a whole nother thing. But getting back to you now, you felt great. This was like the greatest feeling. You said. Now, did you ever have? What made you want to start your own
That's exactly
Yeah,
what
how do you
made
get
me.
congregation,
That's
your own church?
exactly
How's that
what
happen?
and
made
what was
me
the process
wanna
like?
open up a church.
How does that work?
Now you opened up your own church?
Or did you
Yeah.
build partners? Like someone help you?
Mind you, this is a friend asking a friend. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
yeah.
you
How
don't-
does it work?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We
So
wanna
this is how it works. I remember back to the mall. I
Yeah.
remember one day I was at the mall. People are gonna think that I'm always at the mall. I barely shop.
So you could catch Pastor Ralphy shop, blow in the bag, son. Pastor Ralphy
Yo,
got that paper.
But one day I was at the mall and I saw, guess who I saw at the
He
mall?
needs Jesus.
That's why he's going to church with me.
I'm
And
trying,
he's doing
I'm trying.
good. He's trying.
I'm trying my best.
He's trying, man. God is going to
Nah, I
help
love
him
you too.
out.
I love y'all both.
God is going to help him out.
Nah, I love this man right here, honestly, because
I love you too.
I haven't been in no, like I always tell you,
Yeah.
every time I go and I tell him that repeatedly, I be like, yo, every time I come here, I feel welcome.
Yeah.
That's number one. I don't feel pressured. You know how you
That's
go to
right.
some churches and it's not to down talk nobody.
Yeah,
and, you
yeah.
know, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
on
That's
those
right.
locals.
We don't do that.
But I'm just saying, sometimes you'll go to churches, right? You'll
Mm-hmm.
go for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then you'll start going. Then you come back and they're like, what happened? I thought you was gonna come.
They-
Where
they-
you
they-
been at?
they carriate.
And
Flip
it's like,
knows.
and it's like, damn, bro, like, what's the pressure though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I come when I want to come?
Anything with
You know what I'm
pressure
saying?
doesn't work
Yeah.
right. Anything with
I don't
pressure
like
doesn't
that.
work right.
You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
and that's why we don't use the pressure method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Every
use
time I
the
come, it feels
embrace
like-
and love
Embrace.
method.
Yeah.
That's the
It's-
method we use.
That's the
I always feel welcome.
that's the
Yeah.
main
I wanna
that's
say.
the main secret in the beloved community
That's right.
is it embracing and respecting others' values.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? And what you value.
Yeah.
Because some people, that's what they value. It's what they value. But some people, they don't value that. So if I respect you enough to, even if we have a debate, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at least I value you
Mhm.
and I respect the things that you value.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why a lot of times, it's out of respect. Because, like my kids, I don't smoke in front of my kids.
No, you cannot.
I don't smoke
That's a no.
and
I
I
don't do that
barely drink in front of my kids that they
Yeah.
can see me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
Everybody knows I smoke.
I
and
wait till
drink.
my daughter goes to sleep.
my
me personally.
my mother know I smoke. Like my parent, everybody. Everybody knows my relationship with Dr. Sebi, and that whole thing. No, listen,
Yeah, that's real.
You know, he saved
Yeah.
my cousin's life for a long time,
That's
and
dope.
we got to meet him. And
Where you met him at? Where you met him at?
I didn't meet my cousin met him.
Where he met
so
him at?
I involved we in that. 'cause
Where
we-
did he meet him at?
in Honduras?
Oh, that's
So
dope.
he went down to the camp. Yeah, my cousin
Wow.
went down to the
That's-
camp. And, one of
That's different.
his main things was
That's different.
beans, minerals, and marijuana.
Yeah.
So, but like what we just talking about, influencing kids. If my kids see Dio Flip,
then they think that's cool.
he's successful.
yeah.
He got the big
You don't want to
truck.
send that message.
He got the house. He DJs in places. And he smokes. Like that doesn't need to be
That's
the
not good.
influence.
That's right.
I could do that over there. I don't need to blow the smoke to be like, oh, meeting, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Always discreet.
and it's the influence.
Always discreet.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm
Flip.
saying?
You never want to be a bad influence.
No.
Nah,
You
bro.
know?
No
You
matter
wanna set an
what.
example.
All of us.
Of
We-
course.
Be a
We're
brand.
all
We
created.
We got
what.
brands. We
With
entrepreneurs, influencers.
Yeah.
Now back to that. So how was the process?
So
like?
I ended up
church.
one
And
day.
What made you wanna?
So one day, as I was in the prison, I remember I was preaching, and I saw that there was like a need for like an urban pastor that could minister to this
Because you
youth.
didn't see that nowhere,
To
right?
make the connection.
I came from all Spanish church,
Ja.
and it wasn't urban. It was like it was
Strict,
it was
strict,
strict.
on
It was
point.
strict, but on point.
Ustedes hablan Spanglish in your church.
Yeah, he does sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
But he has
yeah.
two services.
So
He has
so
a
we got
Spanish and an
we
English.
got a bilingual service, but we recently on Sundays we opened up an all Spanish service and an all English service.
Nice.
And they still have a
Yeah.
translator. But you know what's dope?
Yeah.
Not to cut you off. So he started right now. He's doing from the beginning of the Bible, and he's
Yeah.
working his way through the Bible.
Yeah, so we're reading the
Yo,
book
look
of
at
Acts.
he sounded.
I'm
by
on
chapter.
it, bro.
Yo, Rafi,
I
did he
be on
sound
it,
excited
son.
right now?
Yeah, he is.
Yo,
Because that's how
for me
good
to
it
be this
is.
Excited?
You
Flip.
got excited right now.
Flip. He sounded excited, right?
Yes.
Very
That's how
excited.
good it is.
It's good.
You get me? It's not
And
like
it's not boring.
listen, when you go, you're gonna be like, okay, let me see what this is all. Let me see what the hype is all about.
And then you're gonna be like, damn,
Bro.
Let's praise God.
But
Yeah,
I
let's
can
praise God.
relate to the messages, bro.
Bro, if my wife and the worship team don't get you with the worship music, if they don't touch
His
that
wife sings
spot,
very
if they don't hit
beautifully,
you
by the way.
right in the core of your heart and ministering you and break you down, you're gonna get caught in the message.
Oh, the
Because-
music is like a concert. Let's just hold on. Shout outs to everyone that's part of your, the what
The
do you
worship
call-
team.
The worship team.
It's called
Yeah.
the worship.
Shout outs to
They
the
go
worship
hard.
team. Everyone that sings on that stage, bro, it's like a concert. Every
Yeah.
time I go, I'm ready for a concert, bro. I'll be like, yo, because the night before I go front.
you can't be turning up like that.
Oh, no, I don't turn up.
I'm playing with
Nah, you
you.
don't-
No, turn up in church. Turn up with that worship group. Turn up with that worship
But I
group.
turn up sober.
We
and it
turn
feels
up we
good.
turn up the worship,
dope.
right? We turn up the worship
nah,
in church.
It's dope, bro. The music's bumping. It's chilling. Then he gets into his thing.
Yeah,
bro,
I
and
get into the message,
then-
right? And at first
good,
is
it's good.
you know, it's all serious and stuff, and you know, I'm doing
But it's not
introduction.
serious. It makes
right?
sense.
But
it all
then
makes sense.
there's a moment where it's like, I don't know, it's like I turn into Kevin Hart for a moment, and it just
Yeah, he
it
throws
just-
a little cheat
You
there.
make the connection.
Yeah.
You make the human
Exactly.
connection. Because no matter what, Pastor Ralphie,
He makes it relatable.
yeah,
B-Boy Ralphie, Rels.
yeah.
I love the same person. He hasn't changed.
At all.
That's right. That's right.
I
So
don't-
this man that
now-
you're looking at now
no.
hasn't changed since back. Well,
Well, he
where he's
took
at
some
now,
things.
obviously,
He
but
took some things out.
out
That's right.
to make up.
That-
He's a man now. He
Yeah.
ain't no little kid.
We're diluting
Right.
the water.
That's right.
Right.
That's
He had
You
to
feel me?
purify that joint.
There was a couple minerals in there that
Estaba
were
pudrido, yeah.
That
Gotta
needed
go.
to be
Yeah.
extracted, and
Yeah.
Jesus did that.
were yes.
Yeah.
So but it's the same dude.
He's the same guy.
Yeah,
It's
He's
the
not like,
same,
I'm this now. You know,
No.
I can't.
yeah.
and
Nah.
he's never been like that.
Well, he would have not been here if it was like that.
He was never on some ish like
No.
flip, nigga.
Never humble.
You need to
always.
change your
Yo,
life.
bro. Like,
Cristo
yo,
viene.
we broke dance together. We went to
I don't
that.
want to see you go to hell.
We went to that Cranstonese
gotta
battle
be-
together.
Yeah.
So let's do this. It's never been that. He's always led by example.
Yeah,
When you do the work, when you do the right work, you will have 10 people that tell you he's doing the right work instead of you having to say it 10 times.
Ja.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
When you say it 10 times, nobody believes you.
Now, so
That's true.
bringing
So,
us back.
back to that
what
question.
Year, what year was this? When you wanted to, you opened up the church. So I know it wasn't overnight, but
He's
what was
seen,
the process?
he's seen the emptiness.
it
He's
will-
seen
yeah.
that there needed to be a connection.
That's right.
the
and then-
emptiness connection.
and then,
that
so-
there wasn't no urban,
Yep. So I had a couple of dreams. You know, one of the dreams God showed
and it
me.
spoke to you.
Yeah, in the dream, God spoke to me when I first came to the Lord, right? He spoke to me in this dream and he told me, I saw myself walking into a fruit market with the pastor, my senior pastor from the other church, the mother church.
What was his name?
His name is Reynaldo. God bless him.
And he
He's
showed you
going
all
hard.
the
right now.
Reynaldo Guerrera.
Reynaldo Guerra.
Yeah.
So-
that's OG. You
He's-
see how I
he's the
said his
OG,
name?
Yeah.
To be
That's-
a pastor,
that's
is it like
OG.
School? Like you have to go to school though, too, right?
Well,
Theology?
you can. There's school for theology.
Reynaldo
but,
Guerra,
like, when
that's
God calls
OG.
you just
had
go.
that. You had that
You just
blessing.
go.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead. So then,
yeah.
the
So
supermarket.
so I'm in the dream. I'm in the supermarket, and he has a basket, and he's collecting fruit.
The legendary Reynaldo Guerra.
Yeah, him.
This
And
is your mentor.
this
your
is
guide.
my
This is
mentor,
my
this is
mother's
pastor.
hero.
Yeah, my hero too. Like you
So
know.
your mom went there too, and your father.
No. Reynaldo Guerra knew my grandfather.
Yeah.
Is that
Is-
where A-Rap music used to
Is
start?
Right.
That's
right there? That's
Damn,
where
no,
A-Rap
that's
music
crazy.
is
No,
from.
wait.
crazy.
Yeah.
Shout outs to
Hey,
A-Rap music.
hey.
Always proud of
he's
my
nice.
brother.
You ready?
Even though I can't
You
get a
ready?
hold of him these
You ready?
days. That's my dude.
A-Rap's parents had a band,
That's right. And the mother used to sing. Remember that?
Jocelyn.
Yeah.
I remember meeting them too. I used
Wait
to
a
sit in
minute.
his crib.
His father
Was a DJ.
had a double guitar.
Oh, he was a DJ too?
Wait a
was a
minute.
DJ
Wait a
too.
minute. Because we went on tour. I went on tour with them when I was 13. Double guitar, harmonica.
Oh, this is some real Providence journey.
Oh no,
stuff.
that's
Hey,
why
this is-
A-Rap's
this
the way
dope.
he is.
Man.
A-Rap's not the way he is because he got a came out of nowhere.
It runs in
A-Rap,
his blood,
A-Rap
man.
was
That
Yeah,
runs-
in the
it's blood.
stomach when Jocelyn and Armando were on tour. We were in Waterbury, Connecticut, 1995.
Yeah, I believe that's where it happened for him. While he was in the womb, this
He was
kid
in the
being
stomach.
developed, like
Damn.
Armando
savant.
is Guatemalan.
Yeah, I told him he was gonna be the next Swiss Beats.
Hey,
He didn't believe me though.
Armando, his
Look at
father is Guatemalan. His mother, Jocelyn, is
Mhm.
Dominican.
Yo, Guatemala.
Hey, his dad had the double guitar, the harmonica, 2 keyboards on the side, and a pedal board with 12 pedals, where he ran the drums, the chorus, everything, and he did backup. So it was a 2-man band that sounded like 30 people.
that's
That's
banging.
Armando and Jocelyn, and
So this,
I just gave y'all a history lesson for free on where
Yeah.
A-Rap came from. There's a picture that I'm gonna post soon with him sitting on my lap.
We need that.
That's what's
We need
up.
that pic. So then now going back to the dream.
Yeah, so I see him, Pastor Reynaldo. He's grabbing fruit and he's putting it in his basket. And then at one point he looks at me. I'm by his side. He looks at me and he's like, "Go ahead, take some too." So then,
Like do your own thing, right?
yeah. But this was when I first came to the Lord.
Like there's
so
enough
I
for you
didn't
too.
understand the dream until
The
God,
message.
the message of that dream. Until one day God started sending prophets and pastors from like other nations to come to that mother church to preach.
From where?
From like Santo Domingo,
Oh,
from
damn.
Mexico, from like different places.
Really?
Yeah, they used to come. He used to invite people
So
to
you
come
met,
preach.
how many
You know-
pastors did you meet? Like from what places?
I've met like more than like 50
You know what?
pastors.
You know what church? You know what church that is? Right next
All
to
Spanish?
Right next to Ripta.
Yeah, all Spanish.
Right next to
Yep,
Ripta
yep,
over
yep.
there. Right
So
next to
you-
Ripta.
Yeah, right next to Ripta.
Yep. I ran through that stage when I was a baby.
Have you ever
When
met?
they first got that.
You never met like, because you know I'm a big Joel Osteen fan. I mean, you know.
I
Joel
went
Osteen.
to one of his services and it was amazing.
And what about like TD Jakes? And people
Never,
like that?
I've seen him on TV.
You know who
and
my
stuff,
homegirl
but
is?
I
pretty
saw Joel Osteen like in person.
You know,
And
you know,
yeah,
you know who my
felt the
homegirl is?
presence.
Joyce Meyer.
Oh, she's on point.
The Battlefield of the Mind.
Yeah,
I was
You
gonna
read that
ask
book?
that
a
too.
blessing.
You
Yeah,
read that book?
I read that book like twice.
I read that book 16 times in jail.
Who's your
Oh,
favorite?
that's what's up, Flip.
That book changed my life.
Who's your favorite pastors? You have any? You know, I like.
Oh,
you know,
that's a
I
good
got
question.
favorite rappers.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like Jay-Z, Eminem.
That's a very
Who
good
do you
question.
Like? Like, who's
I
your
like that.
favorite?
Yeah, so I appreciate.
God
I'm
did.
gonna follow them.
Some
I'm gonna
people-
follow them.
Yeah, all right. So I truly appreciate Joel Osteen.
Really?
There's
Dope.
so there's moments where you
I
feel
have a couple
down,
of his
My
books.
wifey don't like him. I don't know why.
but we're-
She
you
said-
know,
People throw that
She don't
money.
like him.
Well, people throw that money
she said
thing
she
in there.
used to like him.
It's like Pastor
don't know.
Graham.
yeah,
Remember Graham? He was the first one to
Billy
to-
Graham.
Billy Graham. He was the
Amazing.
first one.
So that
be on
he's
TV.
my number one favorite.
Who?
Is Billy Graham. Billy
All right,
Graham.
shout outs to Billy
the
Graham.
ultimate.
Yo, can we
May
get
he
a
rest
shout
in
out for
peace.
Misa for saying Billy Graham? Like, I
Oh,
said-
shout out to you, Flip.
I knew that
Yo,
name.
Flip,
I knew
pound
that.
it, pound
I
it,
knew that
pound
name.
it.
My dude, my
Listen,
dude.
bro. Listen.
So shout outs Billy
Yo-
Graham's the
yo
Billy
te-
first.
Graham.
te
He's
amo,
my
Dios.
number one, right?
Okay, who's next?
And
Joel
Joel
Osteen? I like
Osteen,
Joel Osteen.
I appreciate him because there's moments that you feel down.
You like
you
the
listen,
Jay-Z
you,
of
you
the
listen
preaching.
to one of his messages, and he
Yeah, he's
uplifts
good.
you. That's his gift.
Yeah.
He's good.
That's his gifting. So
Never mind
you
all
go
that
to
money
him.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why they judge him
Nah,
on that.
don't get
That's his
wrapped up in the
blessings.
nonsense.
He
Yeah,
does. I
he's
feel
blessed.
like Joel Osteen does people work, but they always try to put paperwork on.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Listen, if
I respect.
if
him.
you do good work, you are gonna be compensated well. Like, what do people
You gotta
think?
be
Like,
blessed. What? You can't be
like,
blessed?
exactly,
gotta
You
be
can't have a
blessed.
rolling?
exactly,
I'm
exactly,
saying?
exactly.
But it's
You
not
gotta
abuse.
judge.
It's not abuse.
You know?
it's not abuse.
So
Yeah.
Joel Osteen, who else? you
So
like?
Creflo Dollar is another one.
like
I never heard of
Yeah.
Creflo Dollar.
Somebody,
You see,
I'm
a
gonna
lot
look him
of
up.
Clifflo gets
Who-
more.
yeah,
He's
hassle.
Christian too, or he's like Pentecostal. or
he's
something?
Christian. So
Is he Baptist?
he's Christian, like us, non-denominational.
Okay.
So we didn't do the whole. I come from a Pentecostal church. My mother church is
Which
Pentecostal.
is a little more stricter, right?
It's a little
strict.
bit more
Yeah.
strict, right? But I didn't want to label our church either
Too-
Pentecostal or Baptist.
What's yours?
No, ours is Christian, non-denominational. It's
Oh,
an
that's
evangelical
awesome.
church.
I like that. I
You
like
know?
that. I like
So
that.
Because I
that's-
believe in the Baptist movement and
Everyone should
baptizing.
come to God, bro.
So yours welcomes
God
whoever,
for
right?
everybody.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
It welcomes-
Well,
If you
that church also welcomes whoever.
If
Also.
you
Right,
welcome
right.
You know what I'm
somebody,
saying?
if you welcome
Yeah.
somebody from Queens,
yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't burn when I walked in that church. You know, they say, se va a caer el encanto.
Yo, when
You
you,
know-
walked
you
in,
know-
I saw the glory of God.
Yo,
know-
that's real.
you know-
For real, my boy.
you know
Listen,
50 Cent. You know
when
50
you
Cent
go
from
and I'm
Queens.
preaching, and
I was a little
and
skeptical at first.
Nah,
like,
man.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel
Yo,
like I
God-
can vibe with you.
God
so
works-
I feel
We did
comfortable as I'm
vibe. This is
preaching.
day one.
I feel
God works in
comfortable.
mysterious
That's
ways,
dope.
my brother. God works in mysterious ways.
And when
That's
you came,
right.
remember, I don't know if you remember, you came to preach at Carmen's house. That was
Oh
one of
yeah,
our
I remember.
official
Yeah, we
meetings.
did like a little Bible study.
Yes,
yeah.
and ever since that day,
We made that
locked in.
connection. Yeah, Yo, it was
Yo, bro,
crazy.
you can put
'cause-
my boy on a feature, but you can't say all them words.
Yeah,
that-
nah, I won't do it. We'll do a clean record. I won't curse.
Yeah,
Nah,
do it for the kids.
I'm gonna just mention Queens a lot.
Yeah, I'll do a feature with you.
Don't
for
mention
sure,
Queens.
So
Can,
hold
can I
on.
do a feature so I can say Brooklyn?
Yeah.
'Cause
Nah,
these Queens
we
guys.
won't mess with Brooklyn. So hold on. So what? So hold
We
on.
got 3 boroughs here. Queens, Brooklyn, and Bronx.
So hold on a second. So now, what was the process like? That's what I want to know.
All right, so that I told you about the dream.
The dream.
And then after the dream, God started sending different preachers to the church.
Yes.
And they were like, yo, like I was leaving after we worshiped, me and my
they
wife
gave you like
always-
the pat in the back, like, yo, you should do it. Right?
Yeah, they gave me like the pat
Or
in
the-
the
or the
back. Like I was
motivation.
just leaving. Like they would be right there talking.
Affirmation.
And me and my wife, we were just like walking out, leaving to go home after worshiping.
And by the way,
She
his
always
wife's-
led the
his
worship,
wife's on
and they
the
would go
albums.
like this: Familia Pastoral, meaning pastoral family.
Yeah,
Like
next.
pastors from like other places telling us that, And so that was
you weren't even a
confirming.
pastor yet.
I wasn't a
leaders.
pastor.
Leaders.
Leaders,
Look at
influential men.
So they
know?
seen it in you before
Yeah.
you seen it in yourself.
Exactly, exactly. Many times that's how it happens,
Right.
People, leaders, especially leaders, influential leaders, they have that discernment. They have that vision, and they saw that, and there was like familia pastoral, pastoral family, and it just confirmed like the dream that I had. And after that first dream, I had a second dream, and
What was
it
the
was that second dream was I saw the Pastor Ray Ronaldo. He was telling me, he was like,
He still walks through the park.
yeah, he's like, you're gonna be able to move forward and like do your own thing, but for now, I need you to stay with Conrad. Conrad, we call him Conrad. His name
Who's
is
that?
Conrado. He was my youth leader.
That's my
And he
brother's
was
friend.
another one that was like
He
an
coached you?
enormous.
He
He's
coached
my coach. Like
Got you.
he was the youth pastor.
Shout outs to him.
Shout outs to Conrado.
Shout out.
Nothing but love. That's my boy, my mentor. Like I love him. You know what I'm saying?
So now, what made you leap now? So how was that step? What made you take the step?
It was challenging. It was
that's what I
challenging
was gonna
because
And did you have any
taking
doubts?
that step, of course.
Big doubts, right?
I have
Like,
big
yo, am I
doubts.
gonna
If it
fail?
don't hurt,
That's right. That's
You-
right.
you felt like
That's
you
right.
was
gym.
Fail,
Remember the
right?
gym?
Yeah.
You felt like you could fail, right? There was moments you felt like you were gonna fail,
The
right?
fear of failure,
Failure.
is what
Yeah.
keeps many people from doing
From
anything.
doing it.
You know?
Yeah.
And one day, it's crazy. One day before I made the transition, I had talked to the pastor and I said, Pastor, I need some time with you. I'd like for us to have a conversation about what I want to do, what I'm about to do. And he said, okay, come tomorrow. So this was Saturday. So I'm sitting at home with my son, and we're just chilling, eating some popsicles and stuff. And he sees me sad and stuff. And he's like, why you look sad? He was like 9 years old or younger,
Your
my son.
son.
He's 20
Yeah.
now.
Kids be
so he was
knowing.
like 8 or 9 years old. And he was
Wow,
like,
shout
"Pa,
out to
what-"
your son.
Yeah, Elias. Shout outs to Elias.
I love this.
Eli. So, yo.
He plays the piano too,
and he,
right?
yeah, he
He's
plays
nasty.
the piano.
No way. I need
Yo,
to
he's
learn how
a
to play the
column.
piano.
He's a column in the church. You know,
No
he's
way.
extremely
He's
important.
nasty
Yeah.
with
I
the
can't
piano.
wait
That's
to
my
meet
boy.
I remember Carmen telling me, yo, you've been playing the piano since a
I
kid.
can't
He's
wait to meet
nasty.
And he's a humble dude. Like,
Yeah, he's
you know,
nice.
he's super talented. He's like A-Rab.
I want to
Like
learn how to
super
play
talented
piano.
like that.
You gotta
But
give.
he's humble, you know. He's a
He
humble
don't brag.
dude.
I don't even
He don't
notice
brag,
him.
nah.
I, don't, but I
get
notice
that.
him when he play
He
that
get-
piano.
He get that from his parents
He's
though,
nice.
because they're not.
All right,
braggers.
so
Yeah.
So now your son noticed it. Now what happened?
So he looked at me. He was like, "Why you look down?" And I was like, "Nah, because I gotta make a big decision. I'm gonna step out in faith and open up a church, start a church, right?" And he said, "Don't feel bad and don't feel sad or don't be afraid."
This is like God talking to you,
Yeah,
right?
because-
Like a
Bro,
message
this is a
Because-
9-year-old
Yo,
kid.
that's
9-year-old
crazy.
kid. God is talking to me
through a
through
9-year-old.
a person that's like mini me.
Your
You know what I'm
son,
saying?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That you created. Yeah,
Exactly. So he's like, because if you're really doing it for God, then God is gonna be.
That's
with you.
all you needed.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed. So listen to this.
How'd it work?
Get the hand of
yeah, for sure.
Oh, the hand of applause. Of course, we got to give you a round of applause. My bad.
Glory to God, right? Hey, all the glory goes to God, right?
Yo,
Right?
real
Glory to
talk.
God, right?
That's awesome.
Yo, so check this out.
Beautiful
So
baby.
then, shortly after that, I had to meet with the pastor the next day. So at night, I'm still like, I'm concerned. I'm thinking about
Well, because you didn't know if he was gonna give you that blessing, right?
yeah, I didn't know if how he was going to feel about it. Because the last thing you want to do is to stir anything up.
And like for him to get tight.
Yeah,
right?
for him to get tight, or for him to feel
You're not ready.
uncomfortable, or for him to feel like if I'm trying to leave him because I don't like him, or
Compete.
or I'm
Or
gonna
even give you
compete.
any doubts, any more
it's,
doubts.
and it had nothing to do with that, because I'm telling you, like, this is my role model. This is the guy that I love. Like, I love my pastor, you know. So the last thing I wanted to do was like,
Stir any bad blood.
do
Stir any
him
bad
wrong or stir any bad blood. That's the last thing I wanted to ever do. So one day, so right that same night, you know, I'm you know, I fell asleep, and then like it was like 5, 6 in the morning. I've been waiting for my angel to come. I'm like, God, send me a sign. I need you to send me an angel.
And that's real,
to,
right?
To
That's
deliver.
real, right?
This is me. I'm asking God, I need you to please speak to me. You can speak to me if you want to, but if you don't have time right now, send me an angel or somebody that can give me the message, because I need to know what you want me to do with if I have your blessing. Because if you don't have God's blessing to do something, don't do it, because it's not gonna go good.
And you're forcing it, right?
You're forcing it. So I understood that. So I'm like, I don't want to force this, you know. And at 5, 6 in the morning, I hear somebody call my name, and he says, Ralphy.
Who's that?
And I go like this. I opened up my eyes. I'm like, see my wife, she's still sleeping. There's no movement. There's nobody at the door of my room.
That thing gives me chills.
And then it said, yeah, me too, right now. And then I heard the voice again, and it said, Ralphie, like that. Like, it was soft. It was like a beautiful voice.
Snap out of it.
Like, Ralphie, like that. And then I opened up my eyes, and nothing. And yo, I was supposed to get up from the bed and go to the living room and start praying and, you know, say, Lord, here I am. What would you like? You know, is there something you want to tell me? But I didn't do that. I just fell right back to sleep, right?
Yeah.
And then a few minutes later, my daughter, Liliana, she comes running into my room. She's like, Daddy, 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 Daddy. I just saw an angel. I just saw an angel.
No way.
Bro, God sent,
Oh my God.
God
So
sent
that was
an
the sign
angel.
you needed.
That was the sign that I was asking for.
Damn.
Crazy. And we can't say that I missed it. I mean,
Yeah,
it would have been nice for me to like
there.
see the angel and talk to him, but
Well, the whole thing was
Yo, that's nuts. That's a crazy story.
God works, bro. I got goosebumps.
This is
all
a
over my
great,
body, bro.
this is a great
I
episode.
don't know. I don't even know why I got goosebumps all over my body, but I got goosebumps all over my
So
body.
wait. So then after that, what happened?
all right. So
She told you.
right after that, I ended up, I was like, wow, that's amazing. Obviously, I got up and I started praying.
What time was it now?
This was in the morning.
7?
It was maybe like 7 in the morning, 7, 8 in the morning. Service, I believe, was at 9. So I had my meeting with the pastor at 9, right after he's done with the
I'm
actual
big on
service.
signs and numbers.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I follow numbers and signs.
So check this out. When
Crazy.
I get to church, that day there was a prophet, right, that was preaching at the mother church. And he was like, listen to the message that he gave. He was like, when I was young, if I wanted to watch something on TV, I would go and talk to my father. If my father gave me permission, and then one of my siblings would try to come in and try to take control of the TV, I would be like, Papá dijo que sí, that I could watch a show. And he's like, and I'm telling you today, he's speaking to the congregation,
But it
Papá
felt to
dijo
you.
que sí. But it was like, bro, it was like to me. I felt there was literally like 900 people in that church. And I felt like if he was talking directly to me, mind you, he doesn't know me like that, and he doesn't know the situation.
Not to cut you off right there. And that's exactly how I feel like you're talking to me. Like when I go to your church every Sunday, like it's crazy. But so at that point, then what happened?
So right there, what ended up happening was like I felt like if through that pastor's message, that prophet's message, I felt like God was giving me words of affirmation. He was giving me peace to be able to go,
What you needed.
go confidently
Validation.
before the pastor, before my pastor, and have this conversation, you know? And so literally as soon as the message finished, I approached the pastor and I said, Pastor, you know, and I explained to him what was happening.
Y'all
I
finally
said,
had that talk.
we finally had that talk,
Wow.
that I was feeling the call to be a pastor, and that I was about to make the move and open up a church. And
What was it like? How did it feel awkward at
it
first?
didn't feel awkward because God
good.
had been ministering me through the preach.
Giving you messages.
So it felt like the
messages
time
after
was right.
messages.
It was
just
it was right.
it was
perfect.
perfect.
Gotcha.
It was perfect and it was smooth. And he
subconsciously in your brain, putting little things. The baby running in that room like that.
yeah.
Bro. That
Yo, that's
guy
crazy,
sitting
right?
there.
Bro. First the voice.
I couldn't take it.
First the voice, and then your daughter coming in.
Yeah, come on, bro. And
Well, then start with your son,
but then
too.
that guy giving you the validation, and you feeling it, like there's subconsciously little things pasando que como que te están diciendo, nah, bro, like this is you.
And listen to the
This
message.
is you. This is you.
Father said yes.
Papi said yes.
Right away,
Papa said yes.
Papá
There was
dijo
no
que
deb-
sí.
there was no debate.
Papi said yes. Papá said
No debate,
yes.
no nothing.
There was no debate.
With your mentor.
There was no debate. No. I approached him.
He gave you.
I
blessing.
approached him and I told him, I communicated with him what God had been putting in my heart. And he said, sí, mijo, tú tienes mi bendición.
Wow.
Do your thing.
Wow.
When he said that to me, that was that was the green light that I had been waiting for, and I received it with an open heart and with a lot of reverence and humility. And to this day, I always rep him. And every time I talk about my past, I don't know how there's people that can
He's the
bash their
reason why you
pastor.
was able to move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? He gave you those wings to fly.
Exactly.
He influenced so many people.
Yeah.
That man.
And look at that. A lot of people that he impacted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So once he gave you that blessing, now, because it ain't. Oh, I'm just opening a church. It just comes out of nowhere. No.
Yeah.
So what happens then? Like, how does that
So
work?
so the
Like,
next thing was
business happened.
how do you get the followers? How do you
Yeah.
get the people? How do you get a spot?
Yeah,
Where did you get the money?
So we started off in my house.
Wow.
Yeah, we started off
That's
a
real.
small group. It's like here, like you could have a small group here, like a small
Just
Bible
a few
study.
people that
Just a few
You started
people.
the church in your house.
Yeah, a small group
That's
cellular.
real.
Yeah,
That's real.
There's-
Shout
there's-
out.
I took a business course years ago, and there was a lady I went to speak to us, and she told us the first rule of business is to start the business.
Oh
right.
yeah.
that's right.
Well,
And-
the
and I-
idea
and-
first is
and-
the idea.
Yeah, even though I know you do people work, even though there's paperwork to be done, and obviously we have to understand and respect that paperwork need to be done, taxes got to be paid,
Yep.
bills got to, you can't just go and be like, oh no, this is a church, we don't have to pay our light. The light bill's gonna come. Checks gotta be cashed.
The lease,
you gotta
when
cash.
the
You
lease
gotta
is up,
sign
the
checks.
rent goes up, right? The rent goes up. There's
rent
times that
goes up.
happens.
There-
right?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
people don't know about these things. They think that sometimes
So,
pastors just ask for
Oh
money.
no, you just get a
Yeah,
church.
yeah. Yeah,
Apareció.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
you need that money to
they're
fund
like
things.
so where's all the money going? Like, is
So
the
you're
pastor
looking at it.
yes, is the pastor like taking all the money? Like people get very sensitive, right? And touchy when you start speaking about money,
Mhm.
right? People they feel some type of way.
Yes.
They
I
think
don't-
that
I
that's
don't
what
know-
you're out
I don't know
for.
why.
It's because
But-
his paperwork is not paid. Even though paperwork has to be done, but people have to focus on paperwork.
But
Yeah.
nobody could survive. I always
Yeah.
say this, listen, because people always tell me, and even my lady
Yeah.
and her mom, Mama Anna, she's very
Don't mess
she'll
with
be like,
Mama Anna.
she'll be like, oh, and I'll be like, bro, that's fine,
That's
faith
my
and all
mother,
that.
that's
but,
my mother's
but
girl.
you need
right
money
there.
for everything, bro.
Yeah, so
How you gonna
basically,
pay
how
bills?
are you going to if money is not coming into the church? That's why when we're at our service, there's a segment where we ask for a collection or an offering. We take
La
the collection,
ofrenda.
la ofrenda. How is the church? Because we're not backed by the government. The government's not trying to put the church on.
Nah.
It's a non-profit organization.
Actually,
yeah.
the opposite, bro.
The opposite.
Yeah, actually,
okay?
the opposite.
So how are we going to pay the rent if people are not donating? How are we going to pay the electric bill, the gas bill? Oh, we want to have internet and we want to be up to date and we want everything to look nice and stuff and we want to be on live stream. Okay, we got to pay an internet bill.
Money.
But what's the crazy
Like
thing?
everything costs money.
You want to
know?
talk on a microphone?
not to
That
be-
microphone costs money.
not
Exactly.
to be that guy, but you don't even get paid for what you're doing.
Exactly.
If you look at it that
I
way,
actually work
he's
for
not even
health
for
insurance.
free.
I work for Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island, and
Look at
I
that.
love it because I'm a
And-
case manager.
Wait. And you're the pastor?
I work 2 full-time jobs.
He's got to work in order to fulfill his dream of being a
wow.
That's
pastor.
right.
Oh,
That's
damn.
how you know he's dedicated.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 because now I got like 30 more questions. Yeah, bro. I didn't know that.
So hold on, wait. So
I didn't
now,
know that.
So now you started in your.
I
You
didn't know
started
that.
it. You start,
I thought when you a pastor was a pastor,
no.
that's
no.
a big responsibility. You can't just call you like
You're right.
Oh,
So
you
you
gotta
don't
have
sleep?
funds, baby.
Because I do sleep.
you do.
That's funny. Yeah, I do sleep.
Well, like 6 hours a day, probably. It
Yeah,
ain't-
nah, I
ain't-
sleep. I sleep good. I
8
sleep
hours.
like I sleep like 7 or 8 hours. You know.
You're basically working at a business, and then not that I would
You
ever
know, the
want
Lord
to
keeps
sound
them
that.
going. It keeps
Yeah,
them
God,
going,
God
right?
strengthens
Yeah.
me,
No, no,
and I gotta
motivation.
listen. I gotta give glory to God. All right.
Let's give
I
glory
don't, I
to
don't
God.
want you guys to think that it's that hard.
It's not. Anything is
because
possible if you put your
all
mind
things
to
are
it.
possible. Listen,
Yeah.
God he's very wise and very strategic the way that he does things.
He made the human body.
Exactly. He knows that I'm his servant, and he knows that I have as a man of my household, I am a provider in my household.
And then you're a family
so
man.
I have
That's
like
another thing.
responsibilities
Yeah.
Of course.
of providing for my family. So God he's so good that he blessed me with a great job. I work at the health insurance
Nice, man.
neighborhood
Blessings.
health plan of Rhode Island. I'm
Nice.
a case manager.
That's the biggest
for
isn't it?
neighborhood. Yeah. They're the best, bro.
You're always able to make ends meet through your
Exactly.
power of your faith.
Exactly.
Right?
That's right.
He never leaves you.
He never leaves
you
me
in the dark.
alone. He never leaves me alone. He
I
always
believe in that
provides.
faithfully, bro. I
Yeah,
believe in that
he
faithfully.
Shout out-
always
shout out to-
provides.
Shout out to Jesus. Yo, hold on one
Shout
second.
outs to Jesus.
Shout outs to Jesus. Yeah.
That was beautiful, right?
Like
For
the
real.
club, son. We do it for
Well,
you,
hold
God.
on.
God did.
Jesus, baby.
Jesus, right?
J-E.
Oh,
You
G-
said
yeah,
G-
my
yeah.
bad.
Nah, I got you. I got you.
Jesus.
It's this holy water I've been sipping.
It's a process. It's a process,
listen.
Pastor Ralphy. It's a
Now,
process.
so once you did it from your house, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to get into.
So yeah,
How many months? How long till
just
you
a few
finally
months.
got your spot?
Yeah, so we did it in my house for a few months,
And then you finally
and
got.
then we were in the meanwhile we were looking for a spot.
And you got the one that you got now.
There was a sister that she had a club. It was a Christian
little
club,
spot.
a little spot
Just
on
start.
Hartford, and she was like, you know what? I don't have a problem subleasing to you. And she was like, you don't even have to pay me much. Like, just give me like,
Is her name Bianel?
no, it was Karen.
Karen?
Shout outs to Karen.
Yo, shout out
Yo,
to
straight
Karen.
up, shout outs to Karen.
A good Karen.
Shout
She
outs,
was the good
shout outs
Karen,
to Karen and Angel
She wasn't the.
from the JC Club. Yeah.
Nice. So
Yo,
they
shout
opened
out.
the
So they
doors.
opened the doors. Boom. They would like, whatever you can
Little-
pay.
little
It was
spots you
like,
could
it was
start.
like, I think like couple $100.
Couple hundred.
Something light,
Something that you needed just to get
That
started.
was it.
Y
And we
cuando
got started.
At this
And how many
time-
people you have right now? How many people? you have?
So by that time we probably had like 10 to 15 people.
Wow, but you was pretty young. You was doing your thing.
Yeah,
starting
but I
early.
was like, that's how you got to start somewhere.
Yo,
you
my
know?
man,
I was
Pastor
preaching.
Ralphy,
I was
son.
preaching to my family first, my wife and my kids. And
Going
stuff.
hard out here in the paint,
If
son.
you don't,
Harder, daddy.
Oh, maybe not that one. That one.
but I told you
I
not
mixed
to
it.
play that, bro. Like, I told you.
I
not
told
to
you
play
he was
that.
cool as hell, man. Flip hates that drop.
Yo,
I had a busted child. Yo, Pastor Ralphie cool, man. That's how babies are made. Who cares? Anyway, as long as you're married, you do
so
it that way.
yeah, so
But-
so,
so,
we-
all right, so
they ended
now
up
what
opening that door, and from there we just kept building and preaching, and
So
and
15 people. Now from
Yeah.
there, how long you was on Hartford? How long?
So we were. This is the thing. So the lady that was there, Karen, she ended up deciding that she was not gonna continue with that club.
Oh,
So she ended up basically closing down. But she communicated to us in advance. She shut down. By that time she was paying. This was maybe like a 2,000 square feet facility, or a little bit more than that, right? I might be a little bit under. Like 3,000 square feet
right.
facility. So she was paying a lot of money for the spot, So we were not at the place where we could say, oh, if you're not going to continue here, we'll take it over. That we could not afford that at that time. So we ended up transitioning to another facility.
And where was that?
And that was in like around Broad Street, where Gordon
went to the south side
we
now.
went to the south side. Basically, we went wherever
You went to
there
your
was-
roots where at, though.
Yeah. God was
Yeah, God
and-
bring you right back.
and you know what's
Isn't that
crazy?
Everything comes in full circle,
And
no?
that's how it happens. And
Yeah.
you know, I don't regret anything that we experienced, because I feel like when God took us over there, we were still winning people from over there.
Yeah, so you got
feel
more
me?
people.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You
like
see,
God took me
everything
like on
happens
tour.
Meant to be.
You know what
Everything
I'm
happens
saying?
for a reason, right? You believe in
Yeah,
that?
I believe it. Of
Even
course.
when you're down and you're
of,
up.
of course.
Real talk.
We believers, bro. Like,
yeah, for sure.
So now, when
And
you went to
then-
the south side,
Yeah,
what
so for the glory of God, we won some souls over there.
happened?
And then the pastor that we were subleasing from over there, he ends up telling us that the facility ended up getting that, you know, he wasn't gonna be able to keep up with the facility either. Again, same situation.
So it's like things were they were throwing bricks at your way, like for
Yeah.
you to throw in the
in
towel.
other words,
was this the
it
time
had-
that you felt like maybe like you wanted to throw in the towel? Let's be honest.
yeah,
Like
of
you
course.
started getting a little
Like, is this gonna
discouraged
happen?
as a human.
Of course, you're in
Yeah,
the
you're
flesh.
like, what's going on,
Humanly,
man?
you get discouraged, you know, because
you're building something up.
you
and
you nobody wants to go through the struggle, right?
yeah,
Nobody wants
start
to
over and over.
nobody wants to go through the process.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to get to the glory.
They just want to win.
They just want to
And
win.
remember, it's a marathon, not a race.
That's right. That's right. And so no, you just gotta persevere. You
So-
gotta persevere. You gotta don't try to skip the process to get to the glory. You gotta go through the process, and then you will see the glory, and people are gonna see the glory.
You gotta go
So
to
you
the
seen
gym.
that you had your mind focused on that glory. It didn't matter no. Even though you know, as a human,
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, wow, it's frustrating.
It is.
That's what it is.
I want to
Absolutely.
quit. I want to quit.
Absolutely.
So then when he tells you that, what happens now? What this is how you found? Is that leading up to now where you founded?
Then we
Faith
found
moving?
no we had
no?
already
Oh,
founded
man.
the church from the
This was your name.
this was
your
our name
incorporation?
from the house, even from our home.
And when did this start?
group.
What year was this?
That was in 2011.
You guys started 2011.
Yeah.
Shout outs to that. Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys been it's about almost 12 years now.
Yeah,
12
man,
years.
and we've been going hard, and we've gone through some stuff, but
That's awesome.
like we're persevering. We're
always
not.
been-
We're not throwing in the towel. We're not giving up. We're gonna go hard till Jesus Christ comes back. You know, the Lord put a call upon our lives, and we're gonna do the work that He called us to do.
Not to cut you off. So now from there, where'd you move from there?
All
I'm
right,
just trying to get the
so
process.
from
We're
there
still on
we
the
so from
process.
there we ended up finding this spot that we're at in Johnston
This was a process.
on Atwood, 1408 Atwood Ave, Johnston, Rhode Island. We
Nice.
found that spot. My sister, shout
It's
outs
not too
to
far from my
Taina.
house.
Shout outs to Taina.
Shout outs to
She actually
Taina.
put me on with my
Yo.
wife.
That's my sister. Right?
Yeah,
Taina
Taina.
put me on with Carmen.
Yo, Taina's the plug for this spot
She's
that
the
we're
plug
at.
for
right now.
everything.
She's the plug. Yeah, she's the
That's
plug for a lot of
That's
things,
dope.
you know.
That's
She
my
put me
shout
on
outs
my
to
wifey,
Taina
man.
for
Shout
that.
outs to Taina.
So
bro.
we ended up in that spot. So I just went and I
You like it?
I liked it.
How
I
long
spoke
you
to
been
the
here?
guy. And so we've been there right now for 8 years.
Nice.
But
That's
we
where-
moved from there. Check this out.
Oh, wait.
Check this out.
All right.
So this facility that we're at has 4 units, right?
Okay.
And we were in 2 units, and on the other side of us there was a kickboxing place
Yeah, we just
within
seen
the
that.
same building. And then one day the people from the kickboxing side, they ended up moving. And I talked to the owner and I was like, "You think we could have the whole thing?" And he was like, "Yeah, knock down that
Why
wall. That's
not?
only sheetrock."
Really?
And yeah, we have the whole
So
thing.
You guys move within.
Literally, yeah, we moved
Move
within.
it in, baby.
Yes, we did.
Smart,
Yeah.
too.
Ralphy, how many members in your church right now?
So
Where you at now?
that's a very
Now
good
let's go
question.
to present day.
All right, so present
Where
day,
you at now?
I'll give you an estimate. Let's say of like a solid 120 people.
Wow. Shout
Solid.
outs to you, man.
From
Let's give you a round of
from
applause.
10 people in your living room.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
man,
And it's
and-
been a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie.
It wasn't
It
easy,
wasn't-
right?
It wasn't easy.
And let me tell you, Rafi,
Never give up, right? That's what your
Never
message
give up.
is.
That's the message. Never give
coming
up.
and coming from a place of that, and we're gonna be wrapping up soon. And coming from a place that I grew up in the church, I seen the men that were true leaders, and you used a very important word. that people forget, and it's called servant. And people forget that word. And people, you reach a level of accolades and you reach a level of notoriety, finance. I know pastors that they retire at 34, 35, and they pastor for another 50 years. And they have a full pension for the rest of their life. But sometimes the lights get to people's eyes.
Yeah.
And a lot of times those humble servants like you that
they get blinded.
Act like that same kid that was breakdancing with me 24, 25 years ago. And all you did was switch some of your words around and use we all speak English. Some of us choose better words.
That's right.
You choose to better yourself.
I'm blessed to know you. I feel privileged to know you because those true servants that do what they're supposed to do are those men like you, bro.
Praise God.
Yo, we want to give you a round of applause.
It doesn't go to your head. It doesn't. You still the same dude,
He's
bro.
such a humble person,
and it doesn't go to your head, bro. And
Praise
you
God.
really, I feel in my heart that you really want to get this message across.
That's right.
Man.
That's right, man.
And that's it. And
now, what services do you offer at Faith Moving Mountains Church? What services?
Yeah, so we have a prayer service on Tuesdays, and
Okay.
that's at 7 p.m. It's a bilingual prayer service. It's amazing. It's fire every Tuesday at 7. We also have a general worship service. It's bilingual on Thursday at 7:30.
Nice.
So Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Yep.
Tuesdays, Thursdays. Make sure y'all go check them out.
That's
7
right.
p.m. 1408 Atwood Avenue, Johnston, Rhode Island.
That's right. And then for
Yo, Flip, we got a Dos Locos exclusive.
That's
Ha!
what's up. That's what's up. And
And
then
what
we
else
also
do you
have
got?
a youth service.
Okay.
But we'd like for you to come to the church, check it out first.
When
and
is that?
then they do it once a month. But it alternates. So you
is
got to
that-
be plugged into the church to get the proper
Is
schedule.
that I ask because
So
I have
you asking
what-
people to just come in and get that?
What are
Yeah,
the, what
to
are
get
the
the
ages
details.
usually of the kids that are
So
at the youth?
usually
the
I would
age
say
range, yeah.
like 12 to like 20 or 13 to
Perfect.
20.
Oh, that's
know.
dope. So
Yeah.
like for teenagers.
Yeah, for teenagers.
Okay.
Yep, yep.
Now, what about Sundays? What are
And
the
then
services?
Sundays we have 2 services.
That's my favorite day, by the way. I go 1:00.
Yeah, my boy's faithful too.
I've been
Like,
going,
I've been
I
going,
going, son.
I gotta give it to
I've
you.
been going, bro.
So there's it depends.
We praying
like-
for him, Ralphy.
Yeah, right.
I need it,
Keep
bro.
it
I
up.
need
Keep it up.
Oh no, yeah.
Big going.
Off the TV, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
but
going.
he's
I've been
came
going.
along.
I've been going though.
He's came a long way.
Pastor Ralphy
yeah.
see me. in
How
there.
long I've known you?
Flip knows me like 10 years.
Yeah.
A little
Flip,
bit over
Flip
that.
knows me when I was crazy. I'm
When-
talking about I used
And
to go to studio.
you've come a long way, bro.
Oh, no,
I used to go
no.
to studio with
When
guns on me and
I
all
was
types of
worried,
shit.
when he would leave,
I used to kick
and I
doors
would
and
leave
shit.
my studio
Yeah.
and go after him to make sure he was all right, bro.
Wow.
And
I
this
used to
man,
go.
and-
I was on
and he came a long way. God bless my little baby Stefani, because she definitely helped straighten him out.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
was before I had
And-
my Dino me
and-
before I had my
And
daughter.
blessings and angels come in all types of ways.
Yeah.
I
that's
came
right.
from
Like
New
the
York
ba-
out
like-
here on some other.
Like the baby that ran in his room
Yeah. Yeah.
and said, "Daddy, daddy, daddy."
and that was my daughter.
I
She
seen
was
the
born
angel.
crying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like
what's
you need
up.
to change.
That's what's up.
No.
So
I was on drugs too at one point.
Oh yeah.
But it was pills. You know what I mean? I used to
Oh,
do
wow.
mad pills.
Bad.
Ecstasy,
No good.
Adderall.
No good.
Craziness.
No
I
good.
used to break night 3-4 days in a row.
But now you at church every
Now
Sunday,
I'm
1
at
o'clock.
church trying to change my life. That's a good thing. Now I
Yeah,
just
man.
I
You-
smoke a
you-
little, drink a little, but I'm calm now. You know, I'm just
Yep,
trying to do
yep.
the right thing. But now, wait, back to you. So Sunday, what's
Yeah.
the
So
services?
Sunday we have a Spanish service, all Spanish, on Sunday at 11 a.m. and then
Gotcha.
an all English service on Sunday at 1 p.m.
Got you. Now, any words for those out there that want to follow in your footsteps? You know, that are like thinking about going on this journey the same way that you did.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I want to be able to connect with you. Feel free to reach out. You know?
Where can they find you at? What's
you
your
could
social media
definitely-
platforms?
Yeah,
Where can they
yeah.
reach
You
you?
could definitely find me on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Raphael Rels Martinez.
That's dope. Where did that name go?
Pastor Rels.
That's dope. Shout out to Pastor Rels in the building. I'm gonna call you
So
Pastor
yeah,
Rels from now
you
on.
could find me on Facebook, and you can also find me on
have an Instagram? What's your
Yep.
Instagram?
It's Faith Moving Mountains Church.
And also, you have a YouTube channel. What's your YouTube
Yeah,
channel in
it's-
case they missed the
It's
service?
Faith Moving Mountains Church.
That's another thing.
And they
you've been
put the
doing.
service. You guys
Yeah, we put the
services up there?
services
And it's
up.
dope. It's dope. High quality.
Yeah.
Doing a thing.
Yeah,
I told you, if
I'm
you need some
trying.
photos, let me know, bro.
I
I'm on
know,
the
I
mix.
know you the man,
Forget
bro.
about me.
We about to do that.
Now, any other goals? What's next for Pastor Ralphie? Any goals that you haven't accomplished yet that you
So
would like
Any
to pursue?
new music coming out?
Yeah, what's up? You
that's-
still rapping or
you
what?
know what's crazy?
'Cause you know he's a Christian rapper. We got.
I
the
actually,
album.
it's like, you know, all rappers for some reason they got a bunch of
We're
like
gonna have a song coming out.
they got a
J-Mac,
book full of
Pastor Ralphie.
songs that they never did, you know.
Yeah.
And
You
I
still got a few joints you
I
wanna
got
throw
a
out
few
there?
joints that I haven't
But
haven't thrown out
you
there.
really focus on that. You focus on this. is
Yeah,
your
but
mission.
I'm focused on the church
But you
right
still,
now.
so you gonna work on some music?
But I
we gonna get in the
believe
booth?
you said that you want to
We're gonna
do
get
a
in the
feature,
booth.
right? So we're gonna
Yeah,
do
I need
something.
I need you on
Flip's
a, I
gonna
need
be
you
there.
on a joint. Flip's gonna produce it, and we
I'll
gonna
put
get
it
in the
together.
booth. Shout out, yeah, that's gonna be dope. Cause my new album's called A Newborn King.
Oh, that's what's up.
You know, like
That's
so, like the
what's up.
King James Bible. So
Yeah.
it's like a subliminal
Oh,
thing.
hey.
Yeah, it's crazy. you know, we can get in there. And the last question I got: anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to shout out? I know your wife's part of the, it's part of your.
I
journey
think she's
as well.
listening to the
Of course, she gonna
podcast
listen
right
to
now.
ours, yeah.
Yeah, so
She got
shout
a
out to
beautiful
my
voice.
wife, Rocio Martinez.
Shout out to Rocio.
That's my
Rosie.
boo. That's my love, my everything. Shout outs to all my kids. Shout out to Faith Moving Mountains Church. Shout out to Dos Locos
Podcast.
Podcast.
Get it, baby.
Yo,
You
bro,
already
thank
know.
you for
Thank you
for
so
coming
much.
out and hanging out with two locos.
And we didn't drink, mommy. Flip. We didn't
Yeah,
drink.
mommy,
His
do no
mom
be
can't
there. You
stand
know,
mine.
baby, nah. You know, no, I'm chilling, mommy. Look, I just want to say that. Love you, mom.
Yo, can we end this podcast with a prayer?
Can you mind
Yes,
doing that for us,
yes.
bro, please?
Yo, I
time
would
ever.
be excited to do that.
Oh my
All right,
God,
let's
I would
do it,
love
man.
that,
You guys
bro.
ready?
Oh my
We're gonna
God.
end this with a prayer,
All right,
man. Those
let's
Locos
pray.
podcast
Oh, bro,
exclusive. Let's go.
chill.
All right, Father, we want to thank you so much for everything that you've done, everything that you are doing, and everything that you will do. In this moment, Lord, I thank you for this opportunity that you've given me to come here and be a part of this podcast. This moment, I want to say a special blessing for my brother Flip, my brother John. Father, I put them both in your hands. I put their families in your hands. And I just pray, Father, that you would open up the floodgates of heaven upon their lives, Lord. I loose them for your kingdom, Lord. And I pray, God, that your plan and purpose may be fulfilled upon their lives. In Jesus' name we pray, and all of God's people say,
Amen.
Amen. Damn.
Any last words, Pastor Ralphie, before we sign off?
Thank you, bro.
God bless you all, and guys, keep up the good work.
Yo, this is the first. This is part one. We're gonna have him back.
We're gonna have him back. We're gonna talk about
We're
what
gonna
he's
have
gonna
him
do
back.
next year. Now, any last words, Flip?
Yo, bro, Ralphie, I love you.
I love
forever.
you too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. J-Mac, this was a great call. Thank you so much.
You know I had to set it up,
yeah,
bro.
bro, that was a good one. And,
We got Ty Cooper next week.
Thank you so much, everyone that watches us and listens to all our crazy podcasts.
Yo,
and
Pastor Ralphie,
Yo.
once again, I gotta
and-
give you that
and-
shit because you the man.
the
Praise
only
God.
crazy people on the show are us, because we use crazy, but it's because we want to know. We learn it as well. as we
Everybody's
go.
crazy somewhere.
We speak to people like you, bro, and we learn, bro, and we get these beautiful stories from
Yeah.
people like you, bro,
Yeah.
and
Praise God.
people have to know that you are full hip hop pastor,
Yo, hold on.
youth,
Before we go,
urban, holding,
dile.
giving the message,
Give him his props, give him his props.
giving a person that took the medicine, giving you the medicine.
Came a long way. Where can they find your music at?
Listen to that.
Yeah, so you could go on iTunes and you can find XP and Rosie. That's our hip hop and reggaeton album. We did it in 2009, but if you listen to it, you're gonna love it.
It's strong.
It's fire.
It's fire.
It's strong.
And then pretty soon we're gonna upload some of the worship songs that we've done,
Dope.
and I think that's gonna be a blessing to you as well.
Yo, can y'all provide some piano classes in your church? Because I want to learn how to
We
play a
actually
piano.
do on Tuesdays.
Oh, I need to come Tuesday. All right, I'm
we
slacking.
do. We do.
All right, let me
That's
Piano
dope.
classes, and I'm
That's
actually
dope.
teaching
Drumming?
my nephew the bass, and there's
I wanna learn
the
the drums,
drummer is teaching somebody how to play the drums.
Nice. Hey, whenever
So,
you want to
yeah.
do some audio recording over there, let me know. I'll pull up.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yo, Flip, you
Okay.
better pull up,
Audio
bro.
recording.
All right,
Stop
let's
playing.
go. Let's get it.
You already know. We'll
Yo,
get that
man,
done.
Dos Locos Podcast, episode 16. Pastor Ralphie, we out of here, man. You already know what
Thank
it
you,
is.
bro.
God bless.
Cabrón.